Hello, this is Dutch. It is March 5th, 2020. I have started gardening. I have waken up early, conditioning my body. My body's been extremely sore. Been sitting around for 6 months and I'm feeling the labor. I am going to show you what I've done so far. I am excited during this time. I love gardening. The Navajo Nation has, in our area, the sand is horrible. The ground, about 20 years ago, this house that we're living in now, the NHA housing, is dated back to when one of my little brothers was in high school, a senior. So it's been at least over 20 years, or 20 around that time. And during that time we'd done a lot of weed pulling. They have these gnarly bushes, thorns. It's the tumbleweeds, thorny bushes. They are a nuisance. The whole area, the whole land is covered with these gnarly thorns, and I took a lot of time pulling it from the weeds. I didn't learn gardening until perhaps less than 5 years ago. I'm still learning, and most of the time I observe when I'm walking, looking at homes, when I'm looking at other people's gardening. Some I picked up, luckily, on the way, mostly from one of my family members. Excellent learning tool for her description as to how to maintain a garden. I didn't know that the gardening had to do with just the process of the pulp and then the seeds and then the seasons, etc., etc. What I'm going to show you right now is just within the last 5 days or so. My ambitions, March 1st was when the time started ticking for me. And it's going to rain next week, and I like to try to get this under control. And so I'm going to take this camera, turn it around, hopefully there's and away from the sun, so that the sun does not cause glare. I do not like trash. There are a lot of trash that I'm using right now because funding for gardening projects is not very there's not much. So I mentioned that I use a lot of recycling goods. Since I hate trash, I am trying to decide what to do with these. These are styrofoams. I'm thinking of throwing it in a trash. Just the dirt is so bad, the soil is so bad. I'm going around literally picking up dung from cows and from horses, and I've been saving my coffee grinds, drying the filters for another project, but the grounds itself, I've been throwing them on the dirt. Started throwing eggshells, and later on probably start throwing potato peels inside. Mostly what I'm going to show you is just the layout. I don't know extensively on the history. Navajo Housing Authority. The house that we obtained is literally sinking, and the house has slanted a bit, so that all the doors, everything is not at the angle, at 90-degree angle, or it's not straight. It's going like this now, maybe about right there. So we hear it creak and groan, and I decided to take all the dirt and throw it back on towards the house and make a foundation with rocks. And I my mother brought some rose bushes back, and I went and pruned the trees, and then I pruned the rose bushes. Kind of learned a little bit more about roses and how to take care of them. You should have seen it before. We don't know anything about gardening, so the rose bushes were literally overgrew. I cut it back down, and it was just not pruned or nothing. They're wild bushes, I guess. Found out that you're supposed to prune them so they can get more buds. And what we have is, last fall I went and harvested peaches. I'm sorry, apricots. I wanted to see if I can do some drying of apricots, if I can do that or not. I guess right next to it is a cherry tree, and the cherry tree did not develop. I didn't know what it was, and I should have known it was cherry trees. We just didn't give it enough water. And I'm thinking about growing a peach tree. I'm not sure if I can do it or not, but I want to grow corn. I got some seeds, chili beans. Maybe later I'll grow a pumpkin patch and melons and stuff like that. But for now, mostly I want to just put the corn in. I'm thinking about taking these recycled plastic cups that you get, the big Speedway. We got gas stations out here. I'm using those cups to cover them and put rocks on top, because we have these animals roaming around. Last year they got into the cherry tree. They got inside our area of land, and then they went and took it upon themselves. They liked the cherry tree and they ate the leaves off of it. And so here we go. I just wanted to cover this so the sun doesn't glare as much. I'm gonna hide it. Turn this thing around. Try to get away from the sun. There we go. So we're out here, and you can see that I went and picked this wood out for more wood. Right here, this is the rocks that I pulled over from the fence, making a drainage. This dirt that I was telling you about is horrible. This is our apricot tree. Pruned it a long time ago, and then I went and pruned it some more. I went and gave it some nitrate. I think it's nitrate they call that, for vitamins. Over here is an area where they tried to garden last year. This is the trash can that I was telling you about, where I'm filling it with styrofoam. And over there is the area where I'm mixing up the dirt with the poop, the dung, throw some eggs, coffee. What I wanted to show you is I got the idea the other day. I went and cut some rose bushes off. I'm using this for firewood. I don't know if it's too late or not, but I wanted to grow. This is still green, and I wanted to make a rose bush, another one. But this is the dirt, and over there you can see all the work that I've done. I went and brought the rocks over for solid foundation. I'm literally bringing the dirt and hauling it back over here. I got some rocks here that my brother brought over. Thank you. So I'm over here. I'm filling all this right here, but because we got these res dogs, they climb through the underneath they dig it up. And these pie tins, these aluminum ones, I decided to use them like this until I figure out a better way to make it so it doesn't blow away. I'm using them. I told my brother I might as well just use these pie tins, the aluminum, until I cover these things up. But for now, I'm just being resourceful. I don't like trash. All these rocks were sitting here. There's dirt. That little dog is growing big. I found a dog out here that had mange, so I've got plans for my puppy. I decided I'm gonna make him a chain to tie him up with. Literally, he's not fixed yet. I'm gonna fix him, and then I'm gonna make that chain, make a runner for him, and that way he can just stay in the area solid. He's not here right now. He's out somewhere. The neighborhood dog roaming around. I took all these rocks. Because it was sinking. This house was like literally sinking. Over here, this area right here, I went and took the dirt, filled it up underneath here because the dogs like to lay underneath there. They got flea problem right here. I'm gonna wash the dog, give it a flea shot thingamajigger to sit underneath their skin. And basically I'm just hauling all the dirt back up to this point right here. And right now I pruned that tree over here. I gave it nitrate and I put water in it. This tree is our first tree that we've had, and it's over 10 years old now. So I am going to dig a little tunnel right here and hook it up to this drainage somehow. Possibly underneath here. And right here you can see that we brought a little bit of gravel. It's like clay. This water right here, literally we had a lake all the way up to that storage right there, all the way over here. And that caused it to be, it's like a giant quicksand, the house. Underneath there, see where the dog's been laying. And right here, adding some rocks right here. We had to dig this because the road right there that we had was causing it to get muddy. We couldn't walk. I'm taking these rocks, putting underneath there so Pudgy doesn't sleep in there no more. And I'm hauling all this dirt back over here, laying up the leveling it out. And this is grass that my brother threw seeds on, made that grow. This is the rose that's covering the window. Literally pulling all these rocks out and the line right here. I had to bring all that dirt over, and I'm pulling them all the way over here. That dirt over this way. But this dirt is what I was saying. It's like this back here was a lake during the winter time. Could not walk back here at all. And basically, I'm very excited. These buckets are the one I was telling you about. I'm gonna take this. This is the tree. This is rose. I saved it. And this is the nitrate that I was talking about. These ones. I'm taking those and I put them in the dirt. You can tell I'm getting it ready. I'm taking all these rocks and putting it against the. That's what I did to this one. This is the cherry tree, and you can tell that. Look at that. Didn't do too well, did I? I'm gonna snip these two and put them in one of these buckets and plant them by the window. All this right here, I'm irrigating it. And that's it. That's basically it. I'm excited. So people that are gardening, that are doing yard work right now, I'm going to plant the fence. Redo the fence too. Right now the fence is just wire. I'm going to put the rods in it to make it solid. Basically, that is my project for the last 5 days. Basically, I'm trying to make it so that we are self-sustained. Try to do canning next year. And last but not least, here's the water that we try to dig up. This fish just keeps sitting here with mud. This right here is the fence I'm telling you about. This is our only fence. And I'm going to take it apart and take it upside down, take it off the wires here, see? Wires. I'm fixing it. Keep the cows, the horses, sheep, stray dogs, visitors, Trump. I'm just kidding. taking these rods here and using them. That's for the budget for now. I'm excited. I love doing this. I'm gonna go get the sand this, repaint it. Thank you so much for viewing my projects for spring. And after all the things that I showed you, next project, won't tell you what's up, has something to do with coffee filters. And I'm excited. But for now, this is what I do. Saving water, coffee filters, cans, aluminum. Every day, the water right here is horrible. What we do is we take the water and you have to bring in good water. It costs about $1. It takes 5 gallons, so it takes 5 gallons, 25 cents, so it's $1.25 cheap for doing it with the 5 gallon. And haul it back over here. Thank you guys. Girls and guys, have a wonderful day. Take care of you. I'll take care of me. Have a good one. Till then.